What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another Turbo update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so as usual, we're just going to go ahead and hop straight into Turbo, and the first thing you're probably noticing is that this falling wedge is starting to break out yet again. It's crazy because I've been doing technical analysis on Turbo for months and months and months at this point, and I've been talking about how we've just had falling wedge after falling wedge after falling wedge. You can see this one right here, we had a very strong move afterwards. This one right here, decent move afterwards. This one right here, decent move afterwards. And now we've seen this one start to break out yet again. What I am personally watching for Turbo is to see if we can get back above this previous local high. I think if we can get back above this level, it'd be a great look for Turbo. Now, is it guaranteed that we get back above that level? No, it's not. I do want to point out though that if you look at the crypto market, we're starting to look very good right now. Bitcoin is back to 122,400, Ethereum is back over 4,500. And if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, we have had a textbook bounce off the 21 weekly moving average. This is the level that I've been telling you guys to watch for a long time. We obviously had this initial explosion and then price action consolidated and retraced back down to this level. Then we started to break out. However, a lot of people thought we were going to drop because we were trading beneath the 21 weekly. You can see that we had a wick beneath it. However, once this candle closed above it, that was a sign that we could absolutely break out from here. And then as you can see right now, we clearly have a bullish engulfing candle. This would be the highest close that Bitcoin has ever had if we can close at these levels. The highest close that Bitcoin's ever had as of right now is like 119,469. But this candle doesn't close until Sunday, so we'll see. Now, if we look at Ethereum, we also have had a textbook bounce off of the support. If you guys have been watching my content, you know that I've had this range drawn for a long time at this point, 3,800 to 4,100. And I've been talking about how I'd love to see this range hold because it could be a textbook support and resistance flip. Previous resistance would now become support. And you can see that we retested this range perfectly, and then price action actually closed above the top of the range. Just like Bitcoin, this is exactly what we wanted to see. And it also gave the RSI and stochastics a chance to actually reset a little bit. And as of right now, we have a bullish engulfing candle. Obviously, we're going to have to see how this actually closes, just like Bitcoin, but so far so good. If Ethereum and Bitcoin close this strong, then there absolutely is a chance that we keep pumping. So we'll learn a lot more Sunday evening. And personally, I would expect Turbo to continue doing well if Bitcoin and Ethereum continue doing well. Obviously, Turbo is not exploding right now, but you just have to understand how profit rotation actually works. I've shown this in a lot of videos, but if you come over here and you look at the crypto market, you'll notice that it's really only the high caps that are actually pumping. Again, Bitcoin and Ethereum are exploding. But if you come down here and you even click on something like SWI, you can see that SWI is still down 33.5% from its all-time high 9 months ago. And SWI has been one of the strongest utility plays this entire cycle. And then obviously, if you come over here and you just check the meme coin box, you'll see that a lot of meme coins are still getting hammered. Not just over the last couple days, but in general. If you click on Dogecoin, you can see that Dogecoin's down 65.9% from its all-time high 4 years ago. And yes, I understand the supply dilution argument. If you click on Pepe, you can see that Pepe is down 65% from its all-time high 10 months ago. And Pepe has clearly been one of the strongest memes this entire cycle. Even SPX, which has also been one of the strongest meme coins, is still down 37.1% from its all-time high 2 months ago. My point is just that we haven't seen profit rotation. A lot of memes are still down significantly in the grand scheme of things. We are seeing some nice moves currently, but not really from an overall macro technical analysis standpoint. A lot of these projects are still down significantly, including Turbo. You can see that Turbo is currently the 183rd largest crypto. What I want to point out though is Turbo's volume. You can see it's 31.1 million. If you compare Turbo's volume to a lot of these projects in the same market cap range, you can see that it's very competitive or higher. You can see right here 12.3 million, 6.1 million, 25.3 million, 31.9 million, 46.1 million, 34.1 million. So from a volume standpoint, Turbo is still doing very well. And you can see that's even with the volume being down 11.6% over the last day. Now, if you look at where a lot of the volume is coming from, you can see that HTX actually has very good volume for Turbo. HTX's volume is 24.6%. You can see that Binance is really only around 11 to 12% right now. That's kind of crazy to see. Now, if we come over here and we take a look at the Turbo X account, you can see they're at 112,000 followers. And I know it might sound repetitive, but I'm going to continue saying the exact same thing that I've been saying for a long time. Turbo is still doing everything that I personally look for in a meme coin. The reality is that Turbo is already huge. You have to understand that. In the grand scheme of things, 259 million is not a small market cap. Now, I'm definitely not saying there isn't room for growth. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it's not like Turbo is a microcap project. So one of the most important things that you can do right now is make sure that your community stays engaged. The reality is that the market, especially for meme coins, had not been doing well for a long time. There were a lot of people who were starting to get shaken out, and there were a lot of people who just did get shaken out. But Turbo has stayed consistent this entire time, and they are always posting. And a lot of the time they're posting these little motivational quotes, which is something that I like to see. And I know some of you guys are looking for bullish news, but you also have to understand that it's not necessarily the right time for that. As I said, a lot of meme coins are bleeding right now. We haven't seen true profit rotation. So not just Turbo, but if a project has bullish news to share, it might not be beneficial to share it right now. Oftentimes it can be the most beneficial to share it when the entire market's breaking out. So just kind of understand where we're at in general. Yes, the market is starting to look a lot better, but it doesn't necessarily mean that meme coins and just low caps in general are looking better. They are looking better, but just not massive explosions yet. But as always, if you guys are interested in Turbo and just getting into projects super early in general, then I always recommend you take a look at my Discord. We're in the market 7 days a week, and we've been making huge multipliers this entire cycle. Some of these projects you could have turned $1,000 into over $200,000. So if you guys are interested, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to have you guys in here with us. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Turbo. If you found this content enjoyable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.